Pikangikum First Nation has no paramedics, but they do have 2 ambulances now after a Herculean effort was made to replace the pickup truck that had been serving as medical transportation in the community of over 4,000 people. Lee Noonan has the story.
2 retired ambulances donated by the Kenora District Services Board were airlifted into Pikangikum on an Air Force C-130 Hercules aircraft as water levels were too low to move the vehicles by barge.
One of the elders the week before this happened had said to me that, he's been praying that in his lifetime he would see, Pikangikum with proper medical response, because he believed he had seen cases where people, in his opinion, had died because they were transported improperly.
A plan was already in the works to move the ambulances via Winter Road to replace the pickup trucks that were being used for medical transport.
If you can imagine it, sometimes you'd have, a patient in a stretcher in the back of a pickup truck with a tailgate open, and you'd have police officers and community members trying to hold on to the patient while rendering medical assistance, whether it was -30 or rain. Sometimes people are just sitting in the back of a pickup truck waiting on medical attention.
When the last remaining truck broke down and left the community with no medical transportation at all, Roan scrambled all his resources to move the ambulances ahead of schedule. With assistance from provincial and federal government and the partnership with the KDSB already in place, they got it done in just 8 days.
We had 2 surplus ambulances that were ready. Mind you, we just had to get a bit of service checks done on, but really for the most part, we were able to act fairly quickly as well and support, if not, was supporting Pikangikum to make this happen.
Community members and local peace officers were given some training on the operation of the vehicles, but in the long term, both Roan and Wall say the goal is to bring paramedic services and equipment in the community up to provincial standards.
The situation was so dire that, even a hand-me-down ambulance dramatically improved safety. I think the next step is going to be, how do we work to ensure proper parity and proper equity where, the same type of equipment, standards, and funding is available to Pikangikum.
We shouldn't be okay with First Nation communities in the far north to always get hand-me-downs or second-hand equipment. And I think that's, while this is great in the interim, I do think it's important that we look at ensuring that new equipment, new vehicles is something that First Nation communities are entitled to as well and will receive.
Lee Noonan, TBT News.